What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we got the old Z06 right behind us, and today is a very special day because today is finally the day that we, or I, get to destroy this car's virginity and take away its stock life and begin its life of a never-ending project that will ultimately lead to a race car, which becomes too race car-ish to be daily drivable, and I'm gonna have to go get another car sooner or later. Anyways, but without further ado, we are gonna do our first mod slash upgrade to this car, and that is the air intake system. As you can see, we have in this car, yeah, my freaking hood struts also finally decided to give out, so got the old PVC pipe as a hood prop. As you can see, completely 100% stock engine. Good old American muscle right there, LS7. But this is our restrictor. We have a stock intake, air intake, that is holding us back and restricting airflow to the big old beast of a motor. So what we're gonna do today is install an aftermarket air intake to hopefully free up some restrictions and get all that air into this beast. And what we're gonna do is we are gonna install this HallTech Killer Bee air intake system. So pretty much, if you were to look and do your research all over the forums, you would find that this is actually the best air intake system for the Corvette. Why exactly? That question may never be answered correctly, but for some reason these air intake systems make the most power out of all of them that are available to the Corvette. I personally think it's because of this heat shield that this comes with. A lot of them are just this intake tube and an air filter, but this I'm guessing is what makes the difference between this air intake system and the rest. Again, this is literally a plastic tube and an air filter, and brand new. This thing costs freaking $700. Why these three pieces cost $700, I do not know. It's honestly just because of this freaking Corvette tax. I feel worse for you GTR boys because I know every mod for those cars are even worse than this car. But luckily, like I said, this is the budget tuner. I found this whole system for $250, so swooped it up as soon as I saw it, and now I am ready to install this on this car. So pretty much huge air filter. I think it's like a 4-inch or 3-inch inlet. There's the air intake plastic tube thingy. That's where our MAF goes, the coupler, and then our heat shield. These three-piece will be replacing the current just stock air filter. Nice little Corvette emblem right here though, and I believe this is just a straight bolt-on affair, so I don't think, the only thing we gotta do is unscrew that, take these off I think, and unscrew the MAF, and we should have this thing out in a jiffy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and first take off our stock air intake system, put this to the side, and then get working on that. So let's go do this first. Alrighty, fairly simple stuff. I took literally a flathead, took off the clamp right here, took off the other clamp right there, and wiggled it out. And here she is. This is the stock Z06 air intake. As you can see, got some dirt, grime, and I can see why this is pretty restrictive. Look at what all the airflow has to travel through in order to get into the motor. But yeah, not too shabby, I would say. Maybe if you got like a K&N air filter in here, it wouldn't be as bad. But like I said, this car is 100% stock. And these were the two clamps that I told you that I took off. And then you need like a hex key to take off the MAF. Did that. And so now there's the MAF. Here's the hex bit that I was talking about, and it won't focus. There you go, that guy. And those are the 2 screws for it. And then it took some brake cleaner just to clean out the throttle body. Look how big this throttle body is from the freaking factory. Freaking, that's probably like 90 millimeter. I was sweating about freaking the S90 70 millimeter that I put on my DSM. Freaking GM one-upping me already from the factory, and they get bigger, so that might be a future mod down the road, but you know, another video. Alright, now let's go ahead and start assembling this air intake. First things first, I'm just going to attach that to that, and that to that, and then we'll go ahead and put it in the car. Alrighty boys, and here it is assembled, so now you get a better picture of how it's going to look compared to the stock one. As you can see, they both got the little, that one, yeah, you can tell, way more restrictive on that curve than this one. Or what about this? No, this one's got more girth, I would say, and definitely way free-flowing air filter compared to that one. And of course the heat shield. So HallTech is claiming with a tune you can see gains of 35 to 45 horsepower. Without a tune, I think it's like 10 to 15. Honestly, we're not going to find out because I'm not going to put this on a dyno until I get everything I want done to it. So we'll see what it actually makes. All I know is I'm not really doing this for immediate horsepower right now. I'm just doing this because I found this for cheap and I'm tired of looking at it just sitting, so I wanted to install it. But yeah, so there it is. Now I think this goes on first. Yeah, obviously that's gonna go on first. We'll hook up the MAF to it and then we'll put on the heat shield, see how that fits. So let's go ahead and do that. Now the intake system is in. As you can see, most air intake systems for the Corvette or the LS7 come like this, the way this is sitting right now. Just pretty much a tube, air filter, that's it. However, I think what makes this air intake system so special and what sets it apart from all the others is that this one comes with an actual heat shield that, you know, is supposed to keep fresh, cooled air right where the intake is, rather than all the hot air that's transferring over and that could creep over into there. Yada yada yada. Science, whatever. I just give them my money. Anyways, so clamp in, clamp in, clamp in. MAF is back in. Put the PVC system. I think that's a PVC system because yeah, it has to be. It's going into the air intake. Nothing else could be that tube. Anyways, hook that back in there, and then air filter goes there. Clamp. Just tighten those 1, 2, 3, 4 clamps. MAF, 2 bolts, and then the PVC system, and that's pretty much it. Now we got to figure out how this heat shield goes over that, and that should be done. That took some finagling, but as you can see, it is now officially in and installed, and boy does it look pretty. I do like that. Nice and stealth looking. Nothing to see here, officer, except for the HallTech symbol. But yeah, there you go. Nice air intake system for the Z06. Now what we're gonna do is I recorded a little sound clip of the stock airbox, how it sounds in the engine bay when you floor it, and now I'm gonna go ahead and record this one and compare the two sounds. Hopefully we get some more induction noise, and hopefully, you know, we'll get to see some improvement, some HP gains, but not counting on it. I don't think an air system is going to do much or enough for me to feel it right away. I do believe we'll make power on the dyno once everything gets, you know, tuned and calibrated for this stuff. But until then, we're just going to have to, you know, pretend that what I just spent money on actually did something for this car. I'm sure it did, but I'll feel that the actual performance upgrades until we actually get everything tuned and whatnot. Anyways, talking too much. Super easy install, except, you know, going off no instructions. I'm pretty sure if I had instructions I would have done this a lot faster. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take it for a ride. Hopefully no check engine light pops up. I think I hooked up everything correctly. And yeah, that's it. Let's go take it for a spin. So just by turning it on, I can definitely tell you there's a lot more induction noise on the free rev. Sounds pretty nice. But let's go ahead and see how it sounds actually in the engine bay, you know, full throttle and whatnot.